Matt Sears, the fullback. Brett Dallas under an injury cloud on the wing. Chris Caruana comes into the centres, Michael Butner and Nigel Roy. Greg Florimo in the halves along with Jason Taylor. Billy Moore in the forward pack, David Fairley, Danny Williams, Steve Tringle, Mark Soden, Josh Stewart. It's a very, very good lineup.
Indeed it is. And I think that the loss of Ben Eichen is a fractional one for them. It throws out their bench a little as well, with Chris Caruana starting.
Sydney City, Ivan Cleary, Jack Elsgood, Matt Singh, Peter Clark and Greg Burke. Andrew Walker there with Adrian Lamb, Ben Duckworth, Barnhill, Ricketson, Hermanson, Garlick and Jason Lowry. Well, that's not a bad lineup either.
Well, again, both teams have got both great squads, and maybe they're just thrown out a little more with David Barnhill not having had a lot of footy this year. In the place of Scott Goulart and, of course, Australian captain Brad Fittler missing this afternoon.
The referee today is Mr. Paul Simpkins, and this is 2 versus 3 on the premiership ladder. The Bears have a remarkable record at home. They have lost just 1 match here in the past 2 seasons, and that was to the Roosters in round 15 last year. Mark Soden, the hooker, ready for the game of his life. And Andrew Walker gets play underway in the top grade. It's straight back to the man who celebrated his 30th birthday yesterday, in Greg Florimo. He's been with the Bears for 13 seasons. David Fairley heads it up. Mark Soden goes for the dart out of dummy half, and referee Simpkins sets the rules early in this game.
They were very keen to get up with the Roosters there. David Fairley does well to stay on his feet, gets the ball down quickly, but they were all inside the 10.
Jason Taylor put in a superb kick, and they're charging up into the line now. Steve Trindle. Soden at dummy half. Jason Taylor, the decoy runner. Now David Fairley. Half got around the tackle of Barnhill. Back for Taylor again. The Bears are looking sharp. That's Greg Florimo, back in the number 6 jumper and loving every moment of it. Soden turns it back on the inside. But Josh Stewart plays it. Taylor again. Moore involved. Billy Moore, last tackle for the Bears. What are the options? They go to Butner. The little kick is the shallowing goals. Come back to haunt the Bears.
Yeah, just a little too much weight on that kick by Butner. He should know better here, having been here now for the past couple of seasons. They've started brightly, North Sydney. They put together a great set of plays on the back of that fantastic penalty kick touch finder by Jason Taylor.
Barnhill takes the first one. Sean Garlick finds the lock forward in Ben Duckworth. Now Jason Lowry, and welcome Mario Fennick. You did a great job.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I just raced into the referee's room to relieve myself, as you can imagine. And the referee just said to me, listen, next time take a jump without a parachute. So there you go. But I don't like referees either. But great game, and it was a great experience for me. And let's hope we get a great game here.
Who are you tipping, Mario, quickly?
I think the Bears will win at home.
Very good judge. Matt Sears with the ball.
Never one to leave his heart behind, Mario.
No, he left left something else behind though. And now, Michael Butner. Brett Dallas. Gains 10 metres, Brett Dallas. Many thought he might be out with 5 weeks with a shoulder injury, but the North Sydney Bears have come ready to play. Danny Williams with a great charge. Jason Taylor runs the ball. Sean Garlick goes over the top. Now back Soden. The Florimo. And Greg Florimo finds a little bit of open space. That's Ivan Cleary, the former Bear himself, up into the tackle of Michael Butner.
It's a high-quality start. Both teams playing out their sets of 6, getting in very good kicks with great chase on them as well.
Again, they go forward. Great front-on hit on that occasion by Josh Stewart. Stewart got in, up under the rib cage and just put a big hit on Greg Burke. Adrian Lamb, the little kick, turns around the fullback in Matt Sears. Adrian Lamb is chasing this kick. Sears gathers it in. Look at him take off, Matt Sears. What about the acceleration? Have a look at Sears go. Now Butner. Look at Butner Dallas back on the inside. What a start by the Bears. The best start I've seen the Bears make in 2 seasons. They go forward. Florimo taken to ground. Soden to Jason Taylor. Taylor runs it into the defensive line for the 2nd time in this game. Soden again. David Fairley. Fairley steps off the left foot. What about Matt Sears? I'm still trying to get over that. He just took off. Back for Stewart. Stewart, the short ball. Billy Moore got within a metre of the line. It's now the last tackle for the North Sydney Bears. Back for Jason Taylor. Kicks the little one. Close to hitting the upright, and lucky for the Roosters, it missed the upright, but that's 2 kicks from the Bears, and they've both been deep.
Well, a great set. They started on their own goal line, and that run that excited everybody by Matt Sears off the kick reception doesn't get a justifiable finish. Certainly not good enough. Twice they've kicked the ball dead off the back end of great sets. That's a disappointing finish.
And Jason Lowry takes it up. And let's have a look at Matt Sears.
That's twice the Roosters kicked on early plays to make Sears go back to the ball. But that's his reply. How good is that? He is so fast, and Butner had some petrol too.
Now Duckworth. Duckworth, who takes over the number 13 jumper. Adrian Lamb. Lamb. Short ball. The Roosters. Last tackle now. Garlic. Back for Andrew Walker. He possesses a wonderful kicking game. This kick is spot on. Put plenty of pressure there on Nigel Roy, but Nigel Roy safe under the high ball. Great take.
Certainly plenty of pressure involved there, but they've come away from that. They've got their own response. Look at that, eye on the ball. Oh, there's arms everywhere. That's a great catch.
Mario Fennick, fair to say that I said it was the best start I've seen the Bears make in some 2 seasons.
Exactly right, and the reason for their good start is their quick play of the balls. North Sydney seem to be playing the ball twice as quick as the Roosters, and they're paying dividends.
Dallas finds Trindle. Steve Trindle goes forward. The former Canberra Raider, Jason Taylor. Grubbing kick. Will this one hold up? It will. Elsgood's in a little bit of trouble here. The chase by Roy. Elsgood has done superbly well. In fact, he's done better than that. He's taken it back to close to the 30-metre line. What a great game.
That's a fantastic run by Elsgood, but a wicked chase by North Sydney.
Batted back now by Fairley. And this ball is still alive, but taken over the sideline. In the end, this will be an interesting ruling. Chris Caruana was the man involved.
Oh, I can't believe Caruana didn't get down on the ball. Oh, the crowd can boo all it likes. That's a right ruling by the referee. He's batted that ball back. That's a deliberate play at the ball. And
well,
the ball's maybe come off Caruana at the end, but Caruana had a mile of time to get down on that ball. That was sloppy.
The safety first option backfiring on Chris Caruana on that occasion. Jack Elsgood. Nigel Roy involved in the tackle. That's Ben Duckworth in jumper number 11. 13, I should say. Adrian Lamb to Walker. Walker finds Ivan Cleary. Cleary up from the fullback position. Walker gains some 6 metres. Brett Dallas makes the tackle around the ankles. The decoy run of Barnhill. Now Adrian Lamb weaving, looking for a way through Duckworth. Well, just nowhere to go. Garlic. Now David Barnhill. Barnhill taken to ground, 25 out, last tackle. Adrian Lamb, the high ball. It's extremely high. Dallas is back there. It's come off the Roosters. It's a no try because it came off the Roosters player. Peter Clark it was.
Oh, back ends of sets again. Both teams playing out pretty well. Not many errors. Oh, gee, that's a tough call. Oh, he's not made a play at that ball, number 5. Oh, he probably was in touch anyway, Cleary. So maybe justice was done at the end of the day.
Close call. A lot of remonstrating from the Roosters. And another decision goes against North Sydney here. You can tell by the reaction from the crowd.
There's a player laying in the play the ball there.
The What about that?
Oh, there's some responsibility on the guy carrying the ball, Terry. Did he put his foot up to do that deliberately, or did the hooker Soden not take enough care as he was coming away? The referee's got this. He's a promising young referee, Paul Simpkins, and he's got a big one on his hands. He looks very composed at the moment.
This will be the biggest game he's probably been in charge of. Lamb running crossfield, looking for the gap. Adrian Lamb, Ellsgood for the corner. What a tackle! What a tackle by Greg Florimo. There's probably no better cover defender in the game than Florimo. This is a superb effort.
Lamb's on fire. He draws the winger. Superb cover defence by Florimo. Ellsgood's got some space, but Florimo shut off all the angles. He couldn't get back on the inside, and he had enough pace. Gee, he must have just pushed his foot onto the white line. This is a real game of inches so far.
Little things can turn a game of rugby league. We all know that.
This is high quality stuff.
Jason Taylor. Nigel Roy now. Off the wing. And Jason Taylor goes in the dummy half, and Simpkins gets Andrew Walker on that occasion, I believe.
See, again, that's very good refereeing. As he got away from the ruck, he never at any stage took his eye off that. If he's looking at the 10 metres there, he would have missed that.
Josh Stewart charges into the defensive line. Mario Fennick.
Good referee, this Simpkins, but he's had a shocker in front of the post where Soden had the ball knocked out by Andrew Walker. Foot. Could have been a dangerous decision. We see Norths on the attack.
They go forward through Danny Williams. Williams got the pass away. Now Soden. They're 30 metres out from the line. Back for Taylor. Taylor runs to the defensive line. Got crunched in the tackle, Jason Taylor, by Jason Lowry over the top.
He lost his assignment here. Jason Taylor's looking clearly for the runner on his left on the inside. He turned up in the wrong spot. Taylor should have gone to ground with the ball.
Peter Clark back in the top grade. Now Matt Singh. Singh takes on Danny Williams. Williams is one of the great hitters in the Optus Cup. Jason Lowry. He's played 92 first grade games without scoring a try, Jason Lowry. Clark turns it back on the inside to Burke. Burke, who made his first grade debut last week. Lamb. The high ball by Adrian Lamb. Matt Sears is under it. He gets some good cover there from Nigel Roy. And Matt Sears, he might only be short, but the high ball, no danger for him.
He's strong. He's a very tough little customer. Probably technically not quite right, but he's solid as a rock under that ball.
Another one of those outstanding products from St Gregory's Campbelltown. Jason Taylor, also from St Greg's. And now Billy Moore. In fact, Josh Stewart. To Taylor.
I don't think I've seen Jason Taylor tackled as often in the beginning of a game, and certainly not on the second last play like that, not leaving him available to kick the ball.
Ivan Cleary goes back, touches it. And the chase is a good one. Greg Florimo is up there with Michael Buechner. The Bears are determined to prove that all their play does not come through Jason Taylor. And now another good hit goes in by Josh Stewart. Soden was around the legs. Garlick finds big Terry Hermanson. There's the hit from Josh Stewart. Adrian Lamb works the blind side. Luke Ricketson likes to run wide of the rucks. Adrian Lamb finds Duckworth. Duckworth crunched over the top but kept going. Stewart is showing his eagerness in defence. Last tackle for the Roosters. A kick by Adrian Lamb. I'm not too sure what to make of that.
A left footer. I think he found himself off balance.
Here goes Matt Sears again. Dallas.
Their kick receptions have just been outstanding.
Fairley keeps the ball alive. Greg Florimo. Oh, Florimo tried the near impossible pass. Sean Garlick comes up with it. Barnhill from dummy half. This is Ben Duckworth, and there's that loose ball by Greg Florimo. Jason Taylor involved in the tackle with Chris Caruana. Jack Ellsgood. Pinches a handy 10 metres there, Jack Ellsgood. Garlick Hermanson. Big Terry Hermanson, who's shown all the skills this season. Lamb. Cut out ball. Ivan Cleary. Last tackle now. And, well, the Bears have given away a silly penalty here.
Oh, they're the killers. Last play, referee's just put his hand up in the air. Bit of a nudge. He milked it right out. But they are the real killers. Back end of a set. Give away a penalty. Look at this now.
It's another one of those 50-50 calls. 2-1. The Bears in front of the penalty count. Big hit by Trindle. Really drove the shoulder in on that occasion on Scott Logan.
Big set play coming.
They're in the middle of the park. They go through Adrian Lamb. Ricketson, the cutout ball. Walker, driven back. That's an outstanding tackle by Chris Caruana. Ellswood, long pass for Lamb. Duckworth. Duckworth taking the ground. Just 15 metres out. Lamb. Tackle. Last tackle now. The Roosters, what are the options? Lamb plays it. Andrew Walker. The high ball to the wing of Nigel Roy. Roy beaten in the jump by Ellsgood. Matt Singh with a chance. Singh out the back. And it'll be a turnover.
Well, there was pressure written all over that ball as it came down from Andrew Walker's foot. There it comes. There's Roy setting himself under the ball. Ellsgood got first crack at it. Ball knocked out. Singh has a scramble. That's great scramble defence from North Sydney. The ball's gone forward there, the referee called. Double knock on and the Bears breathe.
Again. Soden finds Williams. Williams, that's a great charge by the second rower.
He is tough, that kid.
Soden picks up David Fairley. Fairley, great ball back to Soden. Jason Taylor off the left foot, beats one, beats two, Jason Taylor. Running the ball a lot more than normal is Taylor. Florimo, great ball from Florimo, short. The Roosters have come up with it, then thrown it away. Mario Fennick, it's been a hectic start as we look at this replay.
Clark got the loose ball and then tried to offload and was unlucky that he got his arm hit just as he went to do that. And I would think Phil Gould and the Roosters would be very surprised and alarmed about two things. One, that Norths are playing the ball so fast and the number of offloads they're getting away. They look very dangerous today.
North Sydney on fire at the moment, but the scoreboard still reads 0-0 after 16 minutes. Billy Moore shows it on the outside, goes himself. They want another quick play the ball. Caruana to Taylor. Taylor fires it on to Fairley. Sean Garlick involved in the tackle with Julian Troy. And Julian Troy just went on with it too much. In fact, it was Sean Garlick.
I'm not sure, Terry. I think Julian Troy played a role here as well. I'm not sure that Sean Garlick could get out of that sandwich. Is that what you call a garlic sandwich?
I'll let that one go. But Jason Taylor will get the first chance of the day to have a kick. And the way he's kicking, 80%. Jason Taylor, 43 from 54.
The other thing that would be scaring the socks off Phil Gould at the moment would be the way that North Sydney are bringing the ball back from their kicks. You know, you get to a point where you feel like you need a rope and a net when Matt Sears is in this frame of mind. And it's, I guess their chase was, one of their chases was a bit poor, but it's just what he can do. He's just so quick.
Adrian Lamb goes for the water bottle. He's been back for just 3 games. And Jason Taylor, 7 tries and 43 goals for the season. 7 tries and 44 goals for the season. And Jason Taylor, as so often he does, raises the flags here at North Sydney Oval. The Bears are in front by 2 points to 0. Mario Fennick, we've criticised North Sydney a fair bit this season for their slow starts. They've been turning up for games probably not ready to play, but today, I don't know what they turned up in. Maybe they came down skydiving like you.
Yeah, this is the North Sydney side that we expect. As Brian Smith said, Matthew Sears is returning the ball very well. Their play of the balls have been quick, and North Sydney are in a pretty ominous mood here, and I expect them to probably win this game in a close one.
Ricketson makes the tackle. Soden finds Danny Williams. He'll take it up all day.
See how they're falling through the tackle there. They're hitting the line with just that little bit of extra oomph. They get some back for their corner, but see how that body weight's falling forward, leads to quick play the balls, a little bit more space for the handling like we're seeing here.
Taylor jinking, weaving. Hit over the top, and he's a little knock on. Referee Simpkins has picked up there from Jason Taylor.
I reckon that's the 5th time he's been tackled in the game, Jason Taylor. And I reckon there'll be a lot of games he's played in his career where he hasn't been tackled, you know, half that many times for the game.
These are different tactics, Mario Fennick, by North Sydney.
Well, if you can recall last year, Phil Gould ran a lot of players at Jason Taylor, made him work in defence. And obviously that probably uses a fair bit of juice up, and Taylor's only a little man, and he can be, obviously there he is there making a tackle.
And that's a deliberate play, Mario. They've gone in, one in from the scrum and come back because they knew that's where he'd be.
Now Lamb to Terry Hermanson. The big man standing, now put to ground. Sean Garlick goes through Adrian Lamb. Lamb, the inside ball for Ricketson. Very deliberate. Now Lamb again. Finds Andrew Walker, his partner in crime. A bullet-like pass. Do they get there? Greg Burke is the man. He's going to give it. Referee Simpkins says that is a try. The Roosters, not only have they weathered the storm from the Bears, they've come up with the opening try through Greg Burke.
This will be a great shot of Andrew Walker getting outside his opponent. Good flat ball. Just not enough shoulder on that tackle by Brett Dallas. Greg Burke's done very well. Knew where his touchline was, straightened himself up, pushed hard for the line, and we get a good view of it from the side. Just got the ball over the line, and that's what matters. That's a very damaging blow to a North Sydney team that's been on the go all the way through this game. They've been in control for most of it, and that's a great reply. They don't really deserve that on the back of all that's happened so far, but on that one play, that guy there, Greg Burke, has done a great job. Took his opponent on for strength and beat him.
Before that, Greg Burke made his first grade debut last week. That was, of course, for this season.
So former Tiger, isn't he?
Former Balmain Tiger.
I think he's actually from Ballina up on the north coast originally, and a fine goal kicker as well, but can't get a kick in this team.
And there's Jason Taylor. Not often we see Jason with his hair all rattled like that. It's certainly been mucked about today, and he's laying down the law to the Bears. They have made the good start here, but they're now trailing on the scoreboard by 4 points to 2. Ivan Cleary, a former Bear himself, played here in 94 and 95. Kicking at 65% season 1997. And the Rooster, that mean look on his face. Ivan Cleary, a tough one. He strikes it well. It's got to be close. Has hit the upright from Ivan Cleary. And it's 4 points to 2, Mario Fennick. This was a great attempt.
Yeah, he's a quality goal kicker. That's why he was brought to the club. Certainly Eastern Suburbs need a quality kicker if they're going to win the competition. I've got to agree with Brian Smith there. Certainly I felt North Sydney on top in a pretty close contest. Andrew Walker, I know Brian Smith's had a bit to do with him. What a great talent, great hands, drew a couple of players, and Greg Burke did very well.
It puts fear in your heart when he carries the ball at your goal line like that. That was a beautifully weighted pass to Greg Burke as well.
Jason Lowry wound up. Now his fellow prop forward, Hermanson. And all of a sudden, it's the Roosters who have the tails up. Danny Williams and Josh Stewart earning a break. Adrian Lamb finds Ricketson. Lamb finds Walker. Walker possesses a magnificent right boot.
That's that early kick again. Let's see how they go on the chase this time.
Now, Matt Sears has got some 5 metres to wind up, but Walker chases his own kick.
Not even he could beat that. There were 8 of them there that time. They've been burned.
Brett Dallas. Dallas trying to get through the line. Now Butner turns it wide. Willie Lation. Big hit up on that occasion by Pomeroy. Plays it back for Soden. Inside ball. Great offload. Fairly now. Taylor again. Billy Moore. Back for Taylor.
And good defence too.
The Roosters are answering the challenge at the moment. Back now for Matt Sears to do some kicking. That's a good, long, deep kick. Turning Ivan Cleary round, back on his own goal line. And Butner, the chase with Dallas. Peter Clark. Finds Burke again, who scored the opening try. The former Tiger. Sean Garlick pinches a handy 10 metres. David Barnhill on the bench there with Julian Troy. Walker running wide. That was a very tough pass for Matt Sim. In fact, and Nigel Roy turns it back into attack.
They just wanted a little soft ball here, and Walker's just pushed that a little too hard at Matty Singh and made it very awkward. Good defence too by the Bears.
Great chance now for the Bears. Taylor marshalling the troops. He's put him into a big hole. Willie Lation, who often sparks the Bears off the bench. Taylor again. David Fairley. Greg Florimo. Florimo doesn't get there.
Great tackle, Walker.
From dummy half they get across. Little Matt Sears. Sears, a half a gap. He stuck the head through. Then he stuck the ball down, Matt Sears. And the Bears are back in front here by 6 points to 4. What a start by both teams.
Florimo straightened the attack, and that is within a breath. A super tackle by Andrew Walker. He deserved better from his teammates here. Matt Sears, he can sniff a gap anywhere, both ends of the field. He was very alert. Here's the spread of the passes. David Fairley, who's had a dominating game so far, a pre-offload. There was Florimo straightening off that left foot, breaking a tackle, got within inches. And look at Sears sniff that. That's not a little hole, that's a giant hole. That close to your line, that is very, very poor defence by the Roosters.
Matt Sears, who's after that State of Origin jumper for New South Wales with the number 1 on its back, scores the try, and Jason Taylor looking to keep that perfect record intact. 44 goals for the season. Be a brave man who says he won't raise the flags on this occasion. And up they go again for Jason Taylor. And the Bears in front by 8 points to 4. Mario Fennick, they come back.
Yeah, it was a great day. Last-ditch tackle on Florimo by Walker. Then we saw the Roosters basically concede a try to Sears. Very soft. I'm sure Coach Phil Gould won't be happy with that.
And the Roosters are walking back here, which they just want to try and take control of the tempo of this game and play it at their speed, because the Bears have been playing it on fast forward.
Footy's quite incredible sometimes. They've done so much good work and not scored tries, and then they score off something as simple as that, where they virtually had to do nothing for it, pick it up and dive over.
You're about to say it's a funny game. And now Soden grabs another 10 metres. His opposite number goes over the top in Sean Garlick. Pomeroy takes on the defensive line and carries 3 players with him.
It's relentless. They're just hitting the line time after time. They're hitting the line with ferocity, carrying the ball.
Back for Taylor. Taylor to Florimo. He puts his big right boot to it. Ivan Cleary with a bit of work to do here, and Cleary can't cut it off. Dallas was steaming downfield. And now the Bears will get a break.
They're the sorts of sets coaches dream about. Score a try, get your nose in front, receive the kickoff, hit it up, get forward, kick the ball deep. And there's poor old Andrew Walker's feeling the brunt of one of those heavy carries, I think.
Mario Fenech is right down in front of you. Appears to be an ankle, is it, or?
He's in front of me. It looks like he's favouring his right ankle, I think, from here. But I tell you what, Coach Phil Gould will be absolutely in hysterics because Andrew Walker's crucial in terms of East's game plan.
Lamb continues the play with Luke Ricketson. Ricketson plays it 22 out from his own line. Matt Singh goes back in behind the ruck. We'll have a look if we can pick up the injury to Walker. His ankle, you can see the right ankle twisting the tackle. Now Lamb floats it for Barnhill. Barnhill finds Peter Clark on the far side of the field. Clark plays it back for Lamb. Lamb, Dallas came at him. Now Nigel Roy under the high ball. Roy weaving, promotes the ball to Jason Taylor, who's running. And Taylor pops another heavy hit from Duckworth.
Another carry by Taylor.
Pomery, he's done a good job off the bench. Pomery. And again they go forward, this time Lation. Loose ball. Fell back into the hands of Lation. Trendle. Well, he did well to hold on to that, the big prop forward. That's a good clash with Trindle and Lowry. Jason Taylor. Great ball from Taylor. Better ball by Fairley, and Buechner taking the ground in a desperate tackle by Adrian Lamb. Out the back it goes. Last tackle now. Taylor. High ball. Ivan Cleary has been knocked on by the Bears. Simpkins is going to give the try. Simpkins gives the try to North Sydney. And they jump to a 12 points to 4 lead. There were hands and arms up there.
I think the replay will show why he's got the whistle and you've got the microphone, Terry.
The Bears in front now by 12 points to 4. Nigel Roy has come off the shoulder of Cleary.
Maybe so, you might be right yet, mate, but Nigel Roy kept his wits about him and picked up the dregs of a probing bomb. But it's not that, it's that early play. Here's Taylor taking the benefit out of those great carries early on by his forwards, really busting the line. It may be off Florimo yet. I might owe you an apology.
I'll take it in cash if it is, but there's Taylor, the high ball. Now keep an eye on this hand from Greg Florimo. There's Cleary. Well, it's 50-50, but
no,
it's a try.
Not. It's a fair try.
It's a fair try to Nigel Roy. It's on the scoreboard. The Bears are in front by 12 points to 4, and Jason Taylor with a chance now to make it 14-4, and Nigel Roy coming up with a try from the Taylor kick. But as Brian Smith said, plenty of hard work was done before that.
There's some quality play by the Bears in just about everything they've done this afternoon. Very purposeful, very strong, and that man there in screen has taken full count of it on that occasion with a pinpoint accurate bomb.
This is the toughest one Jason Taylor has had this afternoon. He's 2 from 2. Can he make it 3 from 3? Taylor, this has got a hook and hook severely. It doesn't do so. It's waved away, and Mario Fenech, Taylor's bomb was pinpoint.
Yeah, well, that thing about Jason Taylor, he does a lot of work on his kicking game, and I tell you what, Jason Taylor's one of the best kickers in the competition, and they certainly reap the rewards of that. A nice try to Roy, and a pretty commanding lead at 12 points to 4. The scoreline probably flatters North Sydney. The score should be a lot closer. Just reporting on young Walker, it's actually knee ligament damage, and that they're hopeful he will return to the field of play.
Back it goes now. Josh Stewart. That's a great hit on that occasion by Julian Troy. Stewart really sat back, really elation now. Andrew Walker warming up and looking in fine fettle. He may well get back out on the park. He's a tough customer. Billy Moore. Julian Troy making another tackle with Lowry. Soden. Long raking kick. Ivan Cleary forced to go back towards the goal line. The chase is a great one by the Bears. Soden leading the way. And then they give away the penalty, David Fairley.
I think there's been a deliberate attempt by the North Sydney team today, and courtesy, I would imagine, of Coach Peter Louis, to take the pressure off Jason Taylor from controlling absolutely everything. They've had a number of kickers. Florimo's kicked, Sears has kicked, Soden's kicked, and Taylor's had some kicking as well. But that breaks up the plan, perhaps, that the Roosters will have had about pressuring Taylor in this game.
Nathan Wood on the field in jumper number 15 for the Roosters. It's Jason Lowry, the prop forward, the longest serving member, along with Luke Ricketson in the Roosters outfit. And now they're getting on a roll. Wood plays it quickly. Barnhill takes it forward. Duckworth plays it back. Lamb, Ricketson, looking for the offload, couldn't do so. Wood finds Lamb, change of direction. Duckworth, inside ball. Cleary. Last tackle now for the Roosters. They go to the boot of Duckworth. Oh, Peter Clark charging through, and it's back to the 20.
Nathan Wood has been injected into this game. There's a great little kick through, maybe just a fraction too long. Peter Clark chased it so hard. And maybe if he'd have put his hand down on this ball, easy to say from this distance.
Well, the narrow end goals here at North Sydney Oval, proving a headache for the kickers. And Lowry comes in over the top. Now Billy Moore wanted to turn it back on the inside, and after being backslammed by Barnhill, probably wishes he did. Long ball. Taylor again takes on the line. And Mario Fennick, I get the feeling Jason Taylor is taking this game rather personally. He's really wanting to take on the line.
Well, he hasn't been given a choice. It seems that Eastern Suburbs are really running a lot of play at Jason Taylor, and no doubt he's a very fit young man, Taylor, but it's going to certainly put him off a little bit. Although North Sydney's game plan today has been sensational. North Sydney on the ball.
It's a huge set coming here. Oh, the wind's been taken out of that set.
Luke Ricketson is going to be called out here, but Josh Stewart bounced straight back to his feet, and he sort of nodded at Luke Ricketson.
Yeah, again, I don't think it's a serious one, but it's certainly one that the referee needs to jump on, and he did that. And there's 5 minutes left in this half, but Taylor's opted to go for the goal, which, when you've got a boot like his and a record like his, is fully justifiable.
It's not a bad option, is it?
It's a great option to have. I just thought it might have been one of those times where the weight of possession and the flow of the game might have called for a keep going at them sort of situation. But, you know, again...
Well, 12-4 on the scoreboard, Brian. 14-4, 12-4.
I'm not sure. You know, it's one that I'm a believer in going with the players on this. You know, we've actually had a couple of these at Parramatta ourselves this year, and Johnny Simon's been put in charge of that at our place. He makes the decision, because they're the ones that get the feel out there about whether it's time to keep going at it or not. But that's incredible stats on him there, wasn't it? 8 tackles and 7 hit-ups.
Great work by Jason Taylor.
That's not his season tally, is it?
Just 3 minutes to go in this opening half, but what a half. Taylor, he likes it, Jason Taylor, and that's the reason why. And so does the big crowd here. What a great decision there by Jason Taylor to take that kick, Mario.
You know, I've got to say, personally, I remember when I was captain, you think about what the opposition don't want you to do, and I assume that the Roosters would have wanted Taylor to elect for a shot at goal. A bit more pressure on Eastern Suburbs. They might have come up with 6 points instead of 2.
It's 14 points to 4 now on the scoreboard. And Ivan Cleary restarts play.
There's a big 3 minutes coming here, I know that.
That's Lation. Willie Lation, who's provided spark for the Bears. Sloppy play the ball. Look at Greg Florimo, turned 30 on Saturday, 13 years at North Sydney. He wants a premiership desperately before he retires. The way he's going, though, is a long way from retiring. Now they go. Billy Moore. Oh, the pass was just a fraction too far in front of the player.
And here's the chance the Roosters need to get something back right on the break at half-time. It wasn't a good ball to Willie Lation by Billy Moore there. He's pushed the pass just out in front of him. Some good defence by the Roosters. Just a sniff. Minute and a half. They can make it count.
Well, plenty of games have been won and lost in a minute and a half of rugby league. 14-4. Duckworth turns it round for Jason Sinclair, who scored that spectacular try at the stadium. Duckworth again. He's a good ball player, Ben Duckworth, but the players just overreading the situation on that occasion, and, well, another decision goes against the Bears.
Well, I thought Brett Dallas was held back there, and I think that replay might confirm that I might have been right. I can see the decision that the referee came up with, because the ball was stolen there on the ground by Butner, but he may have missed the first obstruction. Perhaps that's fair enough. There were a lot of bodies in the way there, and Dallas has done some damage there too by the looks.
Well, he's grabbing hold of the shoulder there. Of course, he was under an injury cloud going into the game. That shoulder was very suspect, and Queensland Origin coach Paul Vaughton would be having a minor heart attack at the moment, because Dallas is a key player in his starting 13 makeup. Tackles 4, hit-ups 3 for Brett Dallas, but that does not look good for Brett Dallas. He's leaving the field and he's holding that shoulder. Most people thought he would not play Mario Fenech today. In fact, early reports last Monday, some had Brett Dallas being out for up to 5 weeks.
Well, I'll tell you what, Fatty Vorton's fallen out of the grandstand. What he's done, he's just extended his arm, and that's how normally shoulder damage is done. You can see him there, he's just bent his shoulder back. I've got to say, Andrew Walker's a big loss for the Roosters. This man here, they get a lot of strike power from him.
They do, and it does not look good for Brett Dallas. As Ivan Cleary, the half-time siren has gone in the background, but that won't worry Ivan Cleary. He'll take as much time as he wants over this kick. They trail by 14 points to 4, and this can get them to 14-6, which would mean they only have to score twice to win the game, but it's a long way from being over. We've got another great 40 minutes to look forward to. Ivan Cleary likes kicking at North Sydney Oval. Strikes it. And the flags go up for Ivan Cleary. So they'll take the momentum into the half-time break. The scoreline now at the break is 14 points to 6. We'll take a short break from Bear Park before returning. 2 tries to 1, 3 goals to 1, 14 points to 6, but the Roosters can score from anywhere on the paddock. That man has had a big game. Danny Williams, and now Jason Lowry, Ivan Cleary, Josh Stewart. Everybody from both teams put the hand up. We are underway at Bear Park. The second half, and Jason Lowry up into his opposite number there in Steve Trindle. Hermanson now. Barnhill goes forward into the shoulder of Greg Florimo. Solid in the defensive line. That was a great hit. Now Duckworth. Duckworth struggles his way up over the halfway line. Barnhill again. His second hit up in this set of 6. And Sean Garlick. Andrew Walker back on the paddock. Matt Sears scoots across. Got to get out of his own end goal. Greg Burke did a good job to try and force him back, but Matt Sears got a bit of a surprise when he looked up and saw Greg Burke honing down on him. Now Billy Moore. This is where the Roosters want to play the entire final 40 minutes. Down deep in Bears territory. Trindle hit by Barnhill. Last tackle, back for Jason Taylor.
Oh, that's a good
Taylor,
dart.
look at that torpedo punt. Stands up though. Oh, and in the end, they've had to dive forward to get it, and Caruana, is it, who was David Hall, in fact, on the field, who was offside.
Way in front of Jason Taylor there. East did so well, the Sydney City Roosters did well to restrict North Sydney there. Jason Taylor kicking off his own 20. And David Hall lost his composure there. He's well inside the 10, and the player diving on the ball doesn't put him onside.
Hermanson, the Roosters, making the start Coach Phil Gould would have wanted to this second half. And 10 minutes in the bin now.
Oh dear, that's a savage penalty.
Well,
in a tight game like this,
Paul Simpkins has just had enough, and he's sent to the bin, and North will have to play the next 10 minutes.
What's he done here?
With just the 12. We'll keep a close eye on this. That's Williams lying over the top. He's put the hand in there. He must have had some warnings leading up to that, Mario Fennick.
Now, as Brian Smith said, a horrific penalty for North Sydney. Surely penalty's going to be enough. They're going to attempt a shot at goal, but to put a guy in the bin for 10 minutes, that's a severe penalty for North Sydney to have to pay.
It may have been, as you suggest there, Terry, that the referee has been saying to him, get your hand out of that area, don't do that, get off, etc. And if he's given him a couple of warnings, well, good on him. You know, that's good, strong refereeing if that's the case.
14 points to 6. There's Dallas rugged up on the sideline. That shoulder looks to be a major concern. Ivan Cleary clawing their way back into this contest. 14 points to 6. This would get them within a converted try. Cleary. The flags go up for Ivan Cleary. 14 points to 8 now. And methodically, Jack Elsgood's on the bench also. So he suffered an injury.
He must be, yes. And now the game's really swung back. There's some momentum. Well, it's in abeyance, I suppose, but that momentum that the Bears had first half has disappeared. It's back to a slug.
A slug, and it's 13. He's had his foot on the line, has he, Barnhill? The crowd thought so. The touch judge remained firm. Peter Clark.
Didn't he do brilliantly there? David Barnhill is under enormous pressure. These North Sydney players were offside in front of the kickoff, by the way. Oh, that's within a centimetre. But look at this, for a struggle. Oh, he did so well to keep his balance, stay in field.
Powerful play by Barnhill, and a knock on there by Walker. It's 13 against 12. Don't forget that at the moment. And Walker, well, took his eye off the ball a long way from home. 8 points to 6. The handling errors. The Bears losing that encounter. Taylor. Florimo. Caruana on the field. There goes Fairley. Back slam to the ground. Soden to Jason Taylor. Taylor takes on the line again. Got the top half of the body through the line. Josh Stewart winds up. He's been in great form this season. Back for Taylor. To Billy Moore. Moore offloads. It's gone backwards, the referee says. Last tackle now for the Bears. Taylor. High ball. The chase is on. What a take by Ivan Cleary. He came off a springboard. Way above the pack. And a great hit over the top by Roy on Matt Singh.
There's some smart play here by Adrian Lamb and others to get out of the way to let Cleary fly. And didn't he fly? That was a real pressure catch.
Sean Garlick, Mario Fennick, the news.
Yeah, on Jack Elsgood, he's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder and he will not return.
Jack Elsgood won't be back. Neither will Brett Dallas. Singh. Back now. Jason Lowry. Back for Adrian Lamb. And now David Hall. Takes on Greg Burke, and Burke goes over the top. Michael Butner. That's gone backwards, I thought. The referee Simpkins says it's gone forward.
May have even been knocked down by Greg Burke's hand, but it was certainly, yeah, I think it might have been. It's a tough call. They got a couple of tough ones, and if they get out of this game, they're going to have to overcome some of that adversity. A player in the bin, and now a pressure set inside their own half. Butner would probably been much better advised not to even think about the ball until they get that player out of the bin.
Playing with 12 men, possession is the key. Must retain possession of the ball. Ivan Cleary. So the Roosters now with a golden chance. 13 against 12. Duckworth. Clark. Peter Clark gets within 5 metres of the line. Lowry wants to take one up. The decoy runner. Hermanson with the charge, and what a charge it was.
Good defence by Taylor.
Adrian Lamb to Andrew Walker. Inside ball for Duckworth. They're short on the left-hand side of the field. Lamb. Short ball, Lamb gets within a centimetre of the line. Last tackle now for the Roosters. The kick by Walker. Under enormous pressure, Peter Clark juggles it, catches it, and he scores the try. Peter Clark, tremendous effort there. Mark Taylor-like hands, and Matt Sears shows his disgust.
I think Sears may have been screaming here for a deliberate knock on, but I didn't see it that way myself. It's definitely propelled the ball forward, but that's accidental. He would have liked to have caught it the first time.
David Hall going backwards always was going to do it tough.
That's a terrible position for a winger to be in. He just couldn't get himself set for any sort of real attempt, and this is at least the equal of Jason Taylor's bomb. Andrew Walker spot on with it there, and a very good catch. Nice concentration by Peter Clark. He juggled the ball, but he got it down, and we've got a ball game and a half now.
Well, Peter Clark, 26 tries. He spent his fair share of time in reserve grade this season, Peter Clark. Back in the top grade, and that effort would please coach Phil Gould. Ivan Cleary, a chance to level the ball game up. This is now a real battle of wits. Billy Moore having plenty to say behind the line. And the Roosters would have expected to score with 13 against 12 in that 10-minute period. They needed to come up with a try, and they've done exactly that. Cleary. He's missed it. Waved away by the touch judges, Mario Fennick. 14 points to 12. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah, certainly the game's starting to turn around. North Sydney held a pretty good dominance of the game, but the Roosters are coming back. I'm just smiling down here. I've just heard the score. South Sydney 16, Manly 12.
South 16, Manly 12.
Too early to smile yet, Muzz.
Yeah, it's still, mate. Take it while it's there, Smithy.
It's something, Mario.
What about this game? This is going to have a tremendous finish. Both coaches suggested before the game that the game would go right down to the wire and was going to be exactly that.
Jason Taylor wants a good deep kick. He gets exactly that. Now Jason Lowry winds up the former Kiwi, bounces off one, bounces off two. What a charge by Jason Lowry. Now Lamb, Ricketson. They're on a bit of a roll, the Roosters. A bit of a sniff. The Bears. There's a chance they could self-destruct here, the Bears.
Yeah, I think it's Billy Moore, is it? You see him as he gets to his feet here. I'm not sure that this is deliberate, but there's a bit of wriggle and a bit of milk and a bit of bump, and maybe he was a bit clumsy. And they're under pressure again.
Hermanson. Red Dallas warming up on the sidelines. 4-5, the penalties. There's Dallas. Well, this is a crunch game. He wants to be back out there.
There's a big play coming. 13 against 12.
Adrian Lamb is set. Walker is wide outside him. The change of direction. They go back through Duckworth. Duckworth to Matt Singh. Singh taking in a great tackle. Plays it quickly. Back for Lamb. To Barnhill. Walker now. Run around with Barnhill. The big fend on Jason Taylor. Now Peter Clark. The high ball by Walker. This will bring rain. Shears. Matt Sears. He got some great cover. He did a great job to keep control of the ball.
This is just incredible pressure and a tremendous catch. He's only a little fella, but he's solid and he's all heart. That's a great catch.
Jason Taylor, the man who provided the cover for Matt Sears. They're 25 out. The crowd are saying the Roosters are inside the 10. And at this stage, you'd have to agree a touch. Simpkins tries to get them back again. Now back for Taylor. The dark clouds are coming over at North Sydney Oval. Ivan Cleary sweeps on the ball. Matt Singh goes back to help out. Cleary winds up. Tackle 30 out from his own line. There's Brett Dallas. He'll be back out there. Bad shoulder and all. Ben Aiken also warming up. Duckworth. Duckworth taken high by Florimo. He points at Florimo. He got him high. It was careless, no doubt about that. Simpkins is under a little bit of pressure here.
And so is so is the message carrier there from the Roosters. Referee Simpkins felt it more important to deal with him first. So he's kept his cool. This is a pressure cooker for the referee, and he's refereed this very well. I mean, that's a high shot. It deserves a penalty, but it's nothing more than that. Let the people in the crowd bay. Let them carry on. But you just keep your cool, sir, in the middle, and he's done that brilliantly.
Greg Florimo. 16 tackles and 7 hit-ups for Greg Florimo. He's yet to get across the scoreline this season.
They're back to 13, Terry, aren't they?
They are. 13 back out there now. It's an even contest the way we like to see it. Hermanson just continues to go forward for the Roosters. That's Nathan Wood in 15. Greg Burke off his left wing. They've got Walker standing very wide. Nathan Wood edges across that side of the field. Backsland for his troubles. Now they've got Lamb on the left, Walker on the right. They go to Walker. Matt Singh. Now they stack the left-hand side. Walker keeps that ball alive. They've got a deep back line. And Walker. Lamb, short ball for Duckworth. Danny Williams, the man in the bin, back out there, making a crucial tackle. Lamb again. The kick. Not a great one. How will it work out? What a great take. What a pass by Matt Singh.
Isn't that some fantastic football? And don't forget about the brilliant defence by the North Sydney team there. You called it, Terry. That tackle by Danny Williams was a beauty. He's been in the bin. There's Jason Sinclair climbing high. Look at that by Walker. More defence required yet by Jason Lowry by the Bears. They met what they had to. They're clinging to a 2-point lead. There's an absolute avalanche of pressure been on them for the last 10 minutes, and they found all of that to hold the Roosters at bay. They get a penalty to help them out.
Josh Stewart winds up. Mario Fennick, this is a battle to the death.
Yeah, the game's in the balance now with some 25 minutes to go before full time. North Sydney just need to keep their composure. Both these sides certainly playing pretty good football as we see Soden out of dummy half.
Soden pinches 10 metres. That's a good run by Mark Soden. Now for Jason Taylor. Fairley. Trying to get Greg Florimo involved. Lowry made the tackle. Matt Sears. Back for Jason Taylor. Taylor. Good short ball there for Butner. Last tackle. Back for Taylor. Taylor, they decide to run the ball. The players were waiting for the kick.
It was a poor execution, a right option by Jason Taylor, a nice variety, but he just couldn't find the ball technically in the right part of his hands to be able to pass it after he'd shaped the kick.
The Roosters survive another barrage. It's Jason Sinclair. Nathan Wood. Wood providing the spark off the bench for the Roosters. Adrian Lamb running to the line. Walker for the corner. Forget about the corner. The inside ball to Matt Singh. And they split the Bears wide open. The Roosters in front for what I believe the first time in this game. 16 points to 14.
There's Adrian Lamb, the man who possesses so much of East potency. Andrew Walker really hit the hole brilliantly. Great support from Matt Singh. Maybe could have brought the ball around a little further, but he was happy with it. Look at him get across the park there. And the timing of the pass, Walker in a yawning hole on that left side of their defence, the Bears' defence. And Matty Singh found himself in a great support position. Just what a good centre should do. Look at him. Look how far he carried the ball. That's where he's pulling players to him, prizing the defence open. Walker's timing was spot on. His pace is very good as well. And Singh finished it off clinically.
16 to 14, 2-point ball game. Matt Singh, no doubt, will be named in the Origin side on Tuesday for Queensland. The New South Wales side is named on Monday. Singh. Ivan Cleary. A chance to put them 4 clear. A pressure kick, 64% for the season. He does that. They're 4 points clear now, the Roosters, Mario Fennick. The Bears have to summon a lot of courage, a lot of heart.
Yeah, certainly. I don't write the Bears off yet, but having the Roosters turn things around in that second half, that simping, the Eastern Suburbs have enjoyed a fair amount of possession. And Walker and Adrian Lamb, they talk about a 5'8" for New South Wales. Walker would fit in nicely. Good kicking game and a great athlete.
There he is, Andrew Walker. I don't think too many people would disagree with you, Mario Fennick. Deep kick. And Sinclair plays it. Trindle involved in that tackle for the Bears. They need possession. Ricketson has taken on the extra responsibility in the back row in the absence of Goulet. Now Barnhill, solid as always. Wood, back for Walker. That kick, the timing of the boot. Now look at the chase by Walker. Matt Sears. He beat Walker, but they had him surrounded. It was just a give up.
Even to get back that far, though, was brilliant.
Billy Moore, the Origin Warhawks. One of those runs we see so often from him. That's 40 metres. Now Florimo, the step off the left foot. That's the halfway line. Soden to Taylor. Oh! Jason Taylor runs into the shoulder of Barnhill. Bounces back up. Buettner with the kick. Well, really, he put it right into the pocket of Ivan Cleary.
That was a very poor option, or poor execution by Michael Buettner. They need something better. They haven't come up with anything at the back end of a set for quite a while to really turn the pressure on to the Roosters. The Roosters are going to come forward here. We'll play the percentages. You can bet your life on an early kick.
Jason Sinclair. It's like he's hurt himself in that tackle. Billy Moore came over the top. Now the boys are warming up on the sideline. It's Willie Lation and Brenton Pomeroy. Pomeroy made a difference when he came on in the first half. Can he do the same in the second? Matt Sears takes it well. Over the left shoulder. The crowd love him here. Nigel Roy scored a try in the opening half.
really improved their kick chase game, the Roosters, in the latter part of this game. There's still somewhat of a threat with Sears there all the time, but they've handled it.
Josh Stewart. Stewart throws the ball for Dallas, and Dallas went without it. Interesting to see this, because I thought Dallas had it.
Some good defence, nice scramble by the Roosters. Just put enough pressure on to force an error.
11-6 now. The handling errors are coming back to haunt the Bears. Scotty Logan. It's getting dark. The dark clouds are coming over. Wood. DeLamb. Bad pass, but well picked up by Ben Duckworth. Barnhill. Great hands by Duckworth on that occasion. He's a very talented player. Now Walker. High ball. Sears under the gun again. He got some good cover once again from his teammates.
Great protection, but you know, you're still not a nice place to be on a Sunday afternoon, that.
Matt Sears. Solid under the high ball. That's Chris Caruana. He started the game. Ben Eichen is now out there suffering from the flu. That's Pomeroy, Mario Fennick. Crunch time for the Bears.
Yeah, crunch time. North Sydney needs somebody to put their hands up now and show some leadership, because this game is in the balance. North Sydney can still win this game.
Oh, they certainly can. Plenty of time left. That's the sort of charge they need by Trindle. Now Soden does the kicking out of dummy half. He'd probably want this to stay in play and try and trap Cleary down there inside the 10. Oh, Cleary did well. He wanted the quick play of the ball. Simpkins was right on that.
No, that's not a booable offence.
He hangs on just that fraction too long.
That is a penalty in any man's language, except if you're the home crowd and you're 4 points behind with 17 to go.
Well, they paid their money. They can do whatever they like. This is a contest they are enjoying. And referee Simpkins just has to cop it from the crowd. Julian Troy. Don't forget the Roosters without Brad Fittler, without Scotty Goulet. Now they're in front by 18-14. Garlick. Ricketson, the runaround, change of direction. Back for Lamb. Set play. Lamb taking the ground on the halfway line. Good run by Garlick. Runs into some traffic. Lamb wants a quick play the ball. And a little knock on there by Adrian Lamb, and Simpkins hasn't missed too much today.
He's missed nothing. I've been very impressed with him. And I think you'll find this is a correct ruling too. Yeah, maybe a tough one, but that player wasn't in control of the ball. And the kick was to no avail. The referee had spotted something much earlier.
Can the Bears spark something? Butner. Here goes Matt Sears. Sears off the left foot. They're sweating on him. They want a kick. Now the crowd appeal. If it's good enough for the Roosters, it's good enough for the Bears, they say. They were appealing for the player lying over the tackled player. And he squares up. That will please the home crowd. They play on quickly. They want the try. Forget about the 2 points. They're calling for the high ball on the right-hand side. Oh! Soden, was it? Got the body over the advantage line. They just panicked a touch.
Players sometimes wonder why coaches are pedantic about how they practice and train, and the execution of the pass and the catch there would well have been the difference between the scoreboard reading like that in your top left-hand corner. It may have read North Sydney 20, 18.
Lamb finds Peter Clark. Clark scored a spectacular try earlier in this game. Now Matt Singh. Back slam to the ground. 20 out from his own line. Garlic. Walker. Ricketson again. Garlic goes himself. Runs into a big shoulder by Buettner. Walker. Downfield. Forces Nigel Roy back to 10 metres out from his own line. The chase is once again a good one by the Roosters. They were there in numbers.
That's a very composed set again. There was some...
Here goes David Fairley. Fairley with the dummy. Tucks it up. Now gives it to Dallas, and Dallas, with Clark on his back, still had 10 metres. Caruana, Soden, Jason Taylor. Taylor out the back. No need to panic yet. 6 to go. Buettner. Well, composure is a word that will be used in this game. And North with a golden chance now. They go to the short side. Billy Moore. Matt Singh hangs on to his Queensland teammate. Soden. Taylor. Buettner. They've turned it over. The ball has gone forward. And the Bears, well, they bomb another chance.
That's good, strong defence from Adrian Lamb. He read that perfectly. A favourite sort of play of Jason Taylor, where he puts the little short, or the ball across the player who's coming short on him to a straight runner. And Lamb put enough pressure there on Buettner. That was a critical set of defence for the Roosters. A great break by David Fairley further upfield. What a game we've got on our hands. Just over 12 and a half minutes of time left here. And anything could happen here. Either team can win this game, and one of them could run away with it. Such is the quality of the attack that we've seen.
It is a game well worthy of 2 versus 3 on the ladder. Lamb, long ball to Walker. Walker, Michael Buettner makes another tackle. Mario Fennick.
Well, that's twice now North Sydney have had the football in great field position and come away with a bit of 2 panicky sets where they didn't complete their sets. They'll look back on those sets and maybe rue their mistakes.
I'm sure they will. Julian Troy, is it? Now Barnhill. Barnhill gets up to the halfway line with a powerhouse run. Lamb, they're letting him run, that's danger. Ricketson, knock on by the Roosters. Play on. They've panicked again, the Bears. 6 to go again. Benny Icon, back slam to the ground. They've got 6 tackles, not 1.
How many decisions has this referee had to make? I think he's getting almost all of them right.
That's the charge they want to see at Bear Park. Pomeroy was the man. Taylor. They hang on to the ball. They go to the blind side. Jason Taylor. Moore. Was there a Roosters hand in that? No. Billy Moore. Williams. The man who was sent to the sin bin for 10 minutes. Last tackle now. Taylor runs the ball. The little kick. And once again, they appear rushed on the final tackle.
Yeah, they lack some composure there. Just not enough depth in their attacking line. Not enough waves of support coming. It's all around what Taylor's going to do.
That's Wood. Nathan Wood. Matt Singh. And now the Roosters, they show some composure. They work it out. Oh, massive hit by Danny Williams. I said earlier he was a good hitter. Look at this one. The right shoulder. Now Brett Dallas chases the ball deep. Are they claiming the 40-20 there?
There's no
At
doubt.
the eyes on the replay, it's a 40-20.
Oh, it's a 40. Oh, he hasn't given it.
He hasn't given it. He's given the
The
feed
touch judge should.
to North Sydney, but as we can tell by that replay, it was the 40-20.
I'm sure it was inside the 40, wasn't it, Terry?
It appeared to be from inside the 40 now. Well, there's the 40-metre line. And there's the 20-metre line. And
see, I don't blame the referee on these. I mean, he can see it for himself, but, you know, the touch judges that's what they're there for. They should be doing that. That's a very, very important decision gone the wrong way. Unless I've missed something very badly, that's an appalling decision.
Taylor finds Brett Dallas. Dallas.
That could change the game around here. Instead of back-to-back sets there now, the Roosters are under defensive pressure.
Now they spin the ball. Benny Icombe. Icombe takes on the line, flu and all. Sears. Looks like Pomery. It is. Slow play the ball. Caruana. Taylor through the line, throws it back on the inside, wrestled to the ground. Ivan Cleary came up with a try-saving tackle.
That'll be the bin.
It's got to be the bin if he's consistent, and he is. Now, what a decision. You will see no more of Ivan Cleary today. And ironically, it's on Denny Williams.
Well, there you go. It is ironic, but I tell you what, we've seen some very, very good players here today, and some great footy. One of the most competitive games at a very high quality level. But there's no doubt the referee's been a big part of that. There's a shining star in yellow out there as well today.
Nice to see a referee get a wrap. Billy Moore. Tough but fair. Moore. 8 metres out. Back now. Taylor. The step. Out the back. They continue to throw passes willy-nilly.
Lost direction. Lost direction. They need to get forward and get set again for a big play. Adrian Lamb's the fullback. Test him out. David Fairley. Look at the big man stride out. And David Fairley raises the arms. The Bears go across. There's a fighting back play. Players are coming from everywhere. But David Fairley, well, he doesn't care. Neither does Florimo. Have a look at this, the big man. He's just drifted across the line. The line broke up. Peter Clark pushed up too far. Ben Duckworth not up far enough. There he is, 13. He's yours. He's mine. No, he's yours. Oh, he's in the hole. Look at the big man stride out. He's got the grins up. He knows he's got the best kicker in rugby league backing him up to put them in front. There's an almighty fight broke out in back play. Matt Sears has fought Terry Hermanson.
Well, I don't believe that as we see David Fairley.
I tell you what, there'll be one heartbroken team and supporters if this was turned around. If this was a penalty against Matt Sears because of something in the back play.
Well, the in-goal judge has marked the spot where the try has been scored. Jason Taylor is out there, Terry Hermanson. Surely not Ryan Smith.
Well, you just don't do it. Matt Sears went back to him and there was a bit of push and shove and then it went on again. But you just, when your team has scored, for God's sake, with 7 to go, you've just hit the front. You put your hands in your pockets. Well, you don't throw punches.
Well, both touch judges are in. This would be an absolutely... Well, he sent Hermanson to the bin. He sent him off, was it? He sent Terry Hermanson off, straight off. I can't tell you what happened in back play because I was calling the try. But Terry Hermanson has been sent off.
And the Roosters are going to finish with 11. He's certainly got some courage, this referee. I've been rapping him all afternoon because I just feel he's had a great game and he's refereed everything very quickly. He's moved about the park. He's been decisive in everything he's done. But by gosh, he's made some big decisions. He's put 2 in the bin and now sent 1 off. And in my opinion, both the sin biddings were absolutely justified. What the send-off is, we'll have to find out.
Get our man Mario Fennick onto that. We want to know the reason why Terry Hermanson has been sent off. Obviously for the fight involving Matt Sears, but normally for a couple of punches thrown, you don't get sent off. Jason Taylor, a chance to break the deadlock. Can he do it? Taylor. He's missed it, Jason Taylor. Well, It's unbelievable to think Jason Taylor could miss that. It's 18 all Mario Pennick, and there's controversy and drama.
Yeah, Terry, apparently the referee sent Hermanson from the field for alleged use of an elbow. That's the official ruling from the referee, an elbow.
Thanks very much for that, Mario Pennick. It happened in the back play while the try was on, 18 apiece.
5.5 to go. The Roosters with 11 players. This will be one of the great acts of all time. If they can hang on here for a draw, they will be wrapped.
Well, draws are really becoming the flavour of a Sunday afternoon. 2 weeks ago, it was Manly Illawarra. Last week, it was Manly also in the Gold Coast. Norths have already had a draw on this ground with Illawarra earlier this season. And now David Fairley, the try scorer, bustling his way up towards 40 metres out from his own line. Now Mark Soden. What they need is possession, and they need field position. Billy Moore is trying to give them all of that. He gets up over the halfway line. Back now for Taylor. Taylor, the little kick. Oh, he's played at that. It's gone backwards, Greg Burke. It was a brave play.
So Greg Burke's gone to fullback. Peter Clark's on the wing. Adrian Lamb played left centre in that set. They've just got to do whatever they can. Rafferty's rules to guts out a win here in just over 4 minutes. They need to get this ball forward, kick into touch, chew up the clock. North Sydney want every ounce of effort to keep them up this end of the park, force an error, get another set at them, put the pressure on them, keep the screw turning.
Now Ricketson. Butner comes over the top. The big home crowd now get behind the Bears. Lamb, the kick. Sears is there. Goes back. The crowd get up out of their seats just to watch this bloke run the ball back. Look at him go. Got around one. The tackle of Peter Clark, he just hung on. Ivan Cleary on the sidelines. In the bin.
He's joined the rest of us as spectators.
Well, referee Simpkins has had enough of both trainers. He's going to call the trainers out, and he's calling out ARL official Eric Cox, who'll go to the sideline. So Simpkins is showing a lot of tenacity here.
He's absolutely missed nothing.
He's got some attitude.
He's had a piece of anybody. He has got some attitude.
All in the field,
He's got him out of there. They've been given their marching orders. He's given them a warning. They are all over the paddock, both trainers. Ronnie Palmer spends a lot of time on telly, Ronnie. And now, Jason Taylor. The ball out the back. Florimo. Up towards the halfway line. We have a drawn ball game at the moment. 18 apiece. What a great run by
They're
Nation.
on the ropes, the Roosters here. A big play. Oh, Taylor for the field goal.
This is a massive play by Taylor. It's going to work out well for the Bears. The field goal is missed, but they still get the result. Greg Burke. He was a long way out, Jason Taylor.
It's like a heavyweight fight here.
Oh, what about that for a hit? Relation was the man who put it on Duckworth.
Stopped in his tracks.
Well, play on is the call. The Bears get another set of 6. Sinclair is the man complaining to the referee, but I don't think Paul Simpkins listens to anybody except for his head.
Well, it's a big decision. There's no doubt this is going to cause...
Well, Ben Ikin's got a hand on the ball.
Yeah, he may have got away with a sneaky one there. This has got North Sydney in just the ideal position. They should set for a field goal in this set.
They'll work it towards the post. That's Ben Ikin. Ikin now gives it to Fairley. Fairley puts the head down. The cheer goes up from the crowd here. Billy Moore, Josh Stewart. This is good position. Watch the chases from the Roosters. They'll be out. Taylor sets himself, strikes it, and he likes it. Jason Taylor breaks the deadlock. The fans go wild here at Bear Park. Taylor has given them a 19 points to 18 lead.
Well, you wouldn't want anyone else. There's a number of great goal kickers and drop goal kickers, but Taylor's amongst the best of them. Watch out for the short kick-off. No, he's gone for the long one. Force an error.
Back for Buettner. Now they wind up again, looking to try and jolt that ball free from the arm. We are inside the final 60 seconds of this contest. What about Billy Moore? Just never stops. Never stops Billy Moore. He's exhausted. Now they go forward again. Willie Lation. Lation tackle. We saw the game won last night with a field goal by Brendan Hurst. The Gold Coast 11-10. What a contest again here. Mark Soden, he's played his role. 30 seconds to go. Last tackle. Taylor, the long kick. Look at the chase by Dallas. Dallas forces Peter Clark to play at that and play at it quickly. Oh, and Dallas was interfered with by Peter Clark. And that's allowed Greg Burke to get away. Burke plays it. Walker's there. Can they get out of jail, the Roosters? Ricketson, is it? In fact, it's not. There's the siren in the background. The siren has gone in the background. And North Sydney are victors by just the 1 point. Greg FLORIMO celebrates his 30th birthday with a victory at Bear Park. What a present, what a game, what a contest. It had everything.